Hello everybody. We're going to change the camera because I realized, whoops, it's using the wrong one. Not that it matters that much, to be fair. But this is a square. The other one's not. Okay. So hey everyone, welcome to Coffee with Chloe in the morning. It is not morning. I don't have coffee. I have water. My throat's been not feeling the best. But I am Chloe, co-founder of the Marmaj Foundation. And what I do during these streams now is I pretty much interact with the Marmaj Research DAO through 21819.near. Oh, I have to log out anyways. I don't know what I was thinking I was going to get away with by not logging out. And then logging into 21819.near, but here we go. And so pretty much I am going to be going through Pembrock Finance on Near. We did not participate in their token sale. We did not participate in anything they're doing yet. We're just experimenting with the project. I am going to move my face and I guess put it in the top right-hand corner because all you can see here is who I'm logged in as. It doesn't matter too much. Excuse me. And so, whoops. Is it showing? It's showing testnet stuff for some reason, I think. There we go. We're good. And so we can check on ref and see our balance of tokens as well. We have a few Myria tokens, we have some ref, and we have some Marmaj tokens. And if you've been watching in previous streams of this series, recently this week, I sent a few Marmaj tokens from Chloe.near. Get some light. From Chloe.near to 21819.near so that we can start experimenting with some of this stuff. So honestly, to get started, we're just going to say, let's lend. So we're going to lend 100% of our ref tokens that we have on this 21819 on Pembrock. And I meant to do this with today's ref tokens, but marmaj.near will also start doing this with all of its ref tokens. So we are officially going to stop selling our ref. There's no reason to. We can use our ref tokens here on mainnet. I was trying to do it earlier and it was showing me testnet. I had to clear my cache probably. But here we go. We're going to confirm. We could check out what's actually happening. We're checking more information. The total amount is 400 teragas. So you're interacting with Pembrock.near and the ref token. So you are adding storage for the 21819 account for Pembrock, and then you are transferring the ref token. And there's a little bit of storage fees and everything, and then it's pretty self-explanatory when you go through it a few times. At the beginning, it can be kind of stressful, like what are all these numbers? What do they all mean? What's more information for? But yeah, so once that's done happening, you've successfully deposited your funds. Yay. And so I guess I kind of wish. Okay, so rewards rate is 300%. Maybe we should have put our ETH in here, babe. 142% rewards here on ETH. Okay, so let's just do that for fun. Okay, so I'll do it on this account as like a test first. I mean, it's not much of a test. Then I'll go onto my ledger and we'll move our ETH over from Burrow over to Pembrock. Mainly just to kind of use more platforms and everything like that. We're earning Burrow tokens on Burrow with it. But anyways, let's see. Logging into my ledger now, just so. I haven't decided if I'm actually doing it yet. I don't know. I haven't read the contracts for Pembrock. I haven't looked into things yet. I am purely just looking and testing. So maybe on that note of looking and testing, maybe we'll just borrow some ETH. That seems like it's more fun. So currently, borrowing ETH gives you rewards, right? So let's maybe. This won't be like this forever, but let's borrow some ETH. And let's borrow 0.819. again, this is just, well, this is a little less for testing and a little more for real, but we've already tested it here. Now let's look at what else is here for 21819.near on Pembrock. So we can adjust how much you want to use and withdraw some if we want. But the farming section, oh, you can't even farm yet. All you can do is lend, which is why the rewards are so high and there's no APY. Awesome. Okay. Oh, cool. We're already getting rewards. Okay, well, this is, let's see. I wish I could add multiple wallets, and I wish that the UI wasn't cut off. We could try making it a bit smaller on the TV. No, they just need to fix it. I need to add multiple things. It says go to farming. I don't see any farming. Okay, now we're going to connect marmaj.near. Again, so when you're testing on a new application, if you don't know anything about it and you've never heard of it before, don't go logging in with your main account right away. The mainly difference here is we've been about Pembrock for a while, so it's a bit different. So we can't farm yet. Seems like so only on testnet you could, and we're gonna lend out the 2.819 ETH to test out the platform on mainnet with marmaj.near. Obviously, we weren't earning as much ETH on Burrow, but the cool part is you can kind of keep your ETH. So if you look at the entire portfolio, you could still keep your ETH deposited, earning 20%. ETH has a very high collateralization ratio. So where is it? Why isn't it showing? Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's... Oh, snap. It shows what I did or what everyone did. Probably what everyone did. Or maybe just me. Oh, snap. I think there's a ticker across the top of Burrow now that I'm pretty sure is going to show what everyone does. But it's only showing my stuff so far for like the past hour. And I'm like... They're putting me on blast. Like, it's showing all my interactions. Oh, snap. I wonder if it's only me at the top here. I want to see other stuff. I don't want it to be just me. Oh my gosh. Anyways, it's all me so far. We'll see what comes up there. I'm hoping with some other people. Oops. Oh no, did I break it again? Yep, I did. I do this constantly. So, storage deposit again, and this is going to refund. I'm going to watch it this time because, Lord help me, there we go. Now it should be good to go. What I wanted to do, though, was, before we get into more research stuff, or more like digging in again, on 21819, Marmaj research, the near multi-call and all of that. I do want to start trying some of these multi-call transactions, probably for Pembrock. And so actually what we should do is go to near wallet and, okay, view recent, view all. But anyways, let's start with looking at Burrow again. Looking at what it would look like. So for example, if we wanted to be like basic, we could just, borrow ETH. So borrow 1 ETH, and technically it's a negative, 0.3% rate. And then technically the current rate for depositing ETH here is 141%. That is clearly going to change very quickly. But if you go to portfolio and lent pools, you can already withdraw the rewards, I'm pretty sure. It seems. Oh, it didn't. Wait a second. I thought it already deposited. Did it mess up again? Oh, yeah. No. Lent. Let's zoom in again. It's too small for me. let's see. Where was that button that showed me only the pools that I was in? I like that. Portfolio, lent pools. There you go. We've earned 5 cents, 44 cents. So you can already do this. You can already, do that. Come back on ref, right? I mean, let's do the full flow, right? So that we can actually see. Here's my 5 cents. I'm going to pay like more than a cent to do this, but I think I'm paying for a storage deposit on my account for this token first for marmaj. So we're going through the flow once on marmaj.near just to show what it looks like, and you can see why I don't like using my ledger for these videos, but just for fun to get it set up. And then I'm going to showcase what it looks like on. I'm probably going to do like a donation to Pembrock Finance through marmaj.near now, and I'll show you kind of how we would do Web3 donations and on the stream right now, so it's very clear how this would work. So there you go. I've got a few cents now, and actually, let's not even swap it. Let's just go to the farm. There's a Pembrock farm for something. Pembrock ref, I think, actually. Oh, PEMUSN. Good rewards on it, too. So let's withdraw USN. My mouse is being extra. Let's withdraw. What else is worth withdrawing? I guess the meta. And not much else, to be fair, is actually worth withdrawing. I don't need the XREF or anything. Let's have fun doing Aurora. Because we might have some fun donating some of the Aurora and stuff like that as well. So what I mean by donating, I'll show you after we go to the farm, just so it's a bit easier to explain. When you go to the Pembrock farm, we could get LP shares, add liquidity. Okay, it's being a butt. Where's my... Yeah, we have our 0.07 PEM, it says. So... Oh, we're logged in on the wrong account. Yeah, we'll just do it so we can show the full loop. So yes, sometimes you can log into multiple apps at the same time, which is very, very helpful for experimenting quickly on different accounts. When you can't do that, it's a bit more difficult, but we'll get there eventually. It doesn't take too long. So we'll go to the farms. We'll go down to PEM again. Oh shoot. Get LP shares. Add liquidity. Here we go. Perfect. So there you go. Boom. We were able to borrow ETH arguably for free and earn 141% on it. So hopefully that's clear with like, how do we leverage Web3 tech for social good? That's the leverage Web3 tech part. If I come online every day, there's always more opportunities to be able to move funds around and try and leverage Web3 tech and support different ecosystems and support different applications and research and educate and learn more about what's happening. Yeah. Let's close this. Let's keep this open. We called lots of fun contracts there. What else can be deposited? USDT, don't care. So yeah, we're mainly going to be using this on marmaj.near when we start farming. Sorry, oh my gosh. All of the ref in our farms, which I guess now we have a Pembrock farm as well. But all of the ref tokens that we have, we're going to keep in ref, and we are going to start depositing to Pembrock. So I'm actually going to pin this, and it's going to stay beside Burrow because we're going to go from farming to Pembrock, and then the few extra things that we have. Oh yeah, see, it's showing everyone's stuff, which is very interesting. But the few other tokens we have, we will be depositing. But so hopefully that showcases like why this would work and how how Burrow will connect with Pembrock and connect with Ref to be useful. But we're trying to go a level above that and have a DAO that interacts with all of these applications. And so that's kind of the first part of the topic, interacting with Pembroke, why we'd use it. And now, just quickly, we are going to showcase what it looks like to then donate to an organization. So let's say the Marmaj Foundation, Marmaj DAO, marmaj.near, right? The Marmaj Foundation under marmaj.near was going to donate to a project organization. So we actually earn some tokens for doing this donation. We're actually going to earn from borrowing this asset. And so we can say, okay, you know what? We're going to donate 0.819 ETH to the Marmaj Research DAO. So we can hit confirm, and we can hit connect and approve. So this is where things get a little bit interesting, a little bit tricky, because we don't have so there is a dashboard available to make it really easy to see, the amount of funds in certain protocols for certain accounts. Right. And our health factor is at 150. We're going to try and keep it above 150 for now. Yada, yada, yada. We're in a bear market. We definitely like to go more like 200 or 220. But for now, we're calling it a donation. And if the price of everything was going down and our cloud health factor was close to liquidation, we would just send tokens back from the research DAO back to marmaj.near to cover this. This is just for experimentation and research purposes mainly. When we go to Astro DAO, and I know this is the wrong DAO, but we can just go to the URL and just say Marmaj Research. I don't know why I can't spell. I know why I can't spell. Okay, so now we're at Marmaj Research, and we're just going to mark this as spam because we tend to get a lot of extra people just messaging on the platform. So we're not going to be really interacting with Pembroke too much from the stream from now on, at least not the UI. So hopefully it's clear how it all worked. I'll be using my phone, and actually, I'll be able to, use 21819 on my phone to play around with those Pembroke tokens. And I'm just going to send the token rewards to this Marmaj Research DAO. Okay, so pretty self-explanatory. So for example here, all the Pembroke tokens that we normally earn from marmaj.near are just going to go back to being deposited here, right? I mean, there's no, okay. So now we don't have any PEM tokens, but if we did have more PEM tokens, we can showcase it here as well, what it would look like to kind of take our USN and deposit this, right? And so this is kind of what's going to be happening a bit on the ref side. So we don't really want to be selling our token rewards, so as many rewards as possible are going to be deposited in single-sided staking on Pembroke. We will not be doing wrapped near because that will always be going to Burrow as LI near or ST near. The ref finance token, we will be putting a lot of ref into this because there's not much else to do with it. We don't earn any tether from any of our rewards. We won't be using tether. And ETH, we're not going to be putting any more ETH in this probably. We generally want to make sure our Burrow position is nice and healthy. Although, it would make more sense to, for example, just keep borrowing ETH to use in Pembroke, if that was the case. Instead of actually withdrawing it, it might just make more sense too. But the deposit, I'll just talk, whatever, since we're going through it. The deposit rate, APY on ETH, is actually quite low, which why it does make sense just to... we do want to make sure we're holding a good amount of ETH, and so, for example, what would it put us to? That would be interesting. If we withdrew all of our ETH, we'd be above collateralization ratio. The only reason I wouldn't, so just to give like a high level overview of what I think through in these situations. So to me, it'd be worth it because we're not earning much with our ETH, although it is giving us a good amount of. Okay, so the main reason I'm gonna do this, the main thing that I'm gonna have to watch though, so I'm just gonna do it and talk over it while to be very clear about what I'm actually doing and what makes sense and like why I'm doing it and like what the purpose is, and not financial advice because this would be heavily risky for a brand new contract that hasn't really been battle tested yet on mainnet, right? We're being clear about this. But for example, this could be how we adjust. So we could refresh the page, we could adjust this, which should allow us to say max and confirm. Now we can be depositing a whole bunch more. Go full degen. I mean, I do have the title of degen on my yeah. Oh, you can't even see it. Sorry. My degen title. It's really important, right? My badge. Anyways, up here. And so now our health factor is very low. And so you could see kind of where the flow is anyways, though. And so I'm just going to explain the flow because, again, we're going to be hopefully not streaming marmaj.near as often. So this is kind of hopefully, for myself at least, a helpful overview. We earn rewards from from various farms in a variety of tokens, and all the LI near, Aurora, and ST near go into Burrow. Aurora because it's the only place we can deposit Aurora on single-sided staking on near, and it has quite high base APY, so in Aurora, and pretty high Burr rewards. The Burr token we obviously deposit. USN we actually don't deposit here, and so we're going to be depositing USN into Pembrock. Same with the Pembrock tokens that we earn, of course. And then like some other tokens that we can't do single-sided, we kind of just Excello we can put back with ref tokens. Allbridge I think we can put back with, I can't remember, something else. Yeah, USDC, which we don't even hold very much of, but we do have some USDC in our portfolio here. And so, for example, we could just withdraw some USDC and add it with some Allbridge tokens if needed. But the idea is to continue adding ST near and LI near, specifically because they're interest-bearing assets. And that will hopefully help to always have our main vault increasing in its crypto tokens, right? Having some stable assets here as well is very helpful. And so, for making sure if something goes terribly wrong and your vault starts going down, but good monitoring and making sure that you have assets in other places can be helpful too. So with Pembrock, as long as we trust Pembrock to not be have an issue, and we're only doing the lend side, not the farming side for now or whatever else, then we can kind of assume that we are lending out these tokens and they're going to be available later if we need them to pay back other loans. That's the idea. It's not always the case. Pembroke can get hacked, for example, and then all the funds here are no longer available. And then what do you do if you're about to get liquidated? So for us, we would say, okay, well, we have liquidity on ref in all of these pools. But for example, if we lock up our ref W near liquidity in the new VE tokenomics that's coming out, I mean, we don't have as much ref W near, which means we have to use the DAO. And so we have different support systems there. And that's kind of where this conversation is coming to. Let's see if we can refresh here. This proposal should be finalized already. Let's double check. I'm actually a little bit confused because if we look at the recent activity of 21819.near, we should see that we actually already voted on this, first of all. So maybe not. Maybe I messed something up, so let's try again. Oh yeah, it's already removed. I can tell because it's not letting you multi-select. I think that's, or maybe I just did the wrong one. I'm not sure. Oh, it worked. Cool. Okay, so we removed those. Um, and the new deposit for putting up. Oh, so draft proposals are a thing now too, which is super cool. So as we're experimenting on things, we don't have to go straight to on chain. We can draft things first, have someone look over it. So for example, if we had a research intern or a research advisor on the team, that intern or advisor could look over the proposal, turn it into a real proposal, and we can have it go forward. But anyways, we're not starting with that. We're starting with depositing some funds. So we're doing it this way just so we can kind of really explain the flow of everything and how it works. So we have this wallet, which will hopefully change to 21819.near. And we have all these wonderful tokens in here, I think. Oh no, we have to send them over first. My bad. Okay, so we meant to send over not Meta, that wouldn't be useful. We wanted to send over Aurora for Burrow. Yes, so send. A lot of this is honestly just for adding storage, just to make sure the DAO contract has storage for this token for Aurora. So the first method I'm calling is a storage deposit. The next method I'm calling is an FT transfer call, or FT transfer, sorry. Oh, another storage deposit for some reason. Very weird. I should have checked it. Maybe the first one didn't work. Now I'm curious. Let's look here. Yeah. Wait a second. Yeah. See, it made me call storage deposit twice in the Aurora token. I don't know why. But then it called the FT transfer. Okay. But when I refresh this now, we should hopefully see a token called Aurora. Wonderful. So that's pretty much how quick it works. It's pretty straightforward and self-explanatory. I'm trying to think meta token. We could experiment with meta in a basic way, so we're still going to add it. Because this would allow us to experiment with adding marmaj meta liquidity from multi-call, which is not a farmable pool, not yet anyways. But it's still obviously always helpful to test out these proposals and make sure we have like an idea of how they work. We have them on. I like having the on-chain link to all these custom calls. Okay, so we've done the meta. I think if we refresh the page, we'll see the ETH. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of ETH here for us to use. There is not. Oh, I deposited the ETH into Pembrock. I lied. So I got distracted between the depositing and saying I was gonna what's it called, donate it, and the actual depositing it here. But I actually do think it's more reasonable to deposit it from marmaj.near, and then hopefully maybe send some, like we got 25 cents of tokens so far already. So tomorrow, for example, I can send so actually as a quick example of what I mean, saying things and not just doing it never really makes too much sense when I can just showcase it right here. So marmaj.near will still custody the funds, make sure everything stays safe for now while we still experiment with the DAO. And we should be able now to send some Pembrock tokens to marmaj research. So again, right now this is still kind of DAO setup. Thank you. Where our main point is making sure that our DAO has storage for all these tokens. Any token that we want to experiment with is in the DAO and it's ready to go. That's still what we're doing now. And then eventually, I know obviously I've been talking about the multi-call contract as something to set up. Eventually we'll also set up the multi-call contract with all of these tokens. So the same thing we're doing now, we will send one at a time these tokens to the marmaj research multi-call contract. Okay, so we're still sending. Okay, PEM's done. Oops. What else would be useful? Not much of these tokens, to be fair. USN would be useful. So I will probably send a little tiny bit of USN. Oh, see, I keep getting confused because Ref doesn't allow you to log into multiple accounts. And so I can never remember which account we're logged in as, but I'll just sell some for USN. So people ask, what is marmaj token used for? What does it get sold for or bought for? This is what it gets sold for or bought for. If I need to, we don't need that much USN. My gosh, it's a lot of USN, right? $32. That's actually probably reasonable to actually test with. So this is what we use marmaj for. Right now I'm making swaps on the UI so that things are very simple and straightforward. And this is the easiest way to do it right now. But eventually these tokens will be in the multi-call contract. And the only way that I'll be able to swap them is by interacting with a DAO proposal to swap these tokens and then maybe deposit them back into the DAO or send them somewhere else. So we are going to sadly have to refresh the page every time we do this. But we're going to send max USN. Actually, before we send, Pembrock doesn't let you log into multiple accounts either. So sad. But we're just going to send it. Keeps it simple. I'm not even sure in this video we'll do much interactions with DeFi platforms through the marmaj research DAO yet. And if we do, maybe we'll do basic ones through the DAO before we do them through multi-call. I haven't decided yet. Okay. I think we have a relatively good treasury, a few tokens in here. USN, Pembrock, Aurora, marmaj, whenever it loads. Let's see. Maybe it just didn't like that refresh. Let's see. Nope. Indexer is not having a good time. Okay. Well, once that's... Okay, there we go. So we got some marmaj, some Meta, some Aurora, some Near, some Pem. And so one of the main ideas here would be, can we start depositing something like USN into Pem so that DAOs that hold USN could start earning some rewards, right? So if we know that a DAO that puts USN here will be able to earn 138% in Pembrock tokens, and then they'll be able to call the function here, right, to withdraw. Oh wait, I don't think I still have the 3 USN. So, marmaj has, no USN. Vent pools, USN, staked balance. Oh, that's to withdraw. Sorry. Why do I? Here. Sorry. New UI. Let's blame it on a new UI. But you can just hit this claim function, right? And so this is where you get the information. So more information. So if I'm on near multi-call and I want to have a custom function call. Remember, the multi-call contract is already farming. Actually, we can just show it right here, maybe, to keep it really simple. Let's have a few of them. And so let's name this card, instead of custom, to keep it really easy, the first step would be, add storage for marmaj research DAO on Pembrock. Okay. Then the next one, you don't want to do this. You want to deposit USN to Pembrock. So I'm pretty sure in this one, you also have to be adding storage for marmaj research DAO for USN. I'm pretty sure. Then after you deposit the USN, you probably wouldn't do anything, right? You're just earning these rewards, but maybe you wanted to also just call a function, that just after you deposit, you also want it to just, claim rewards from Pembrock. Okay, so in one DAO proposal, this logic here could, add storage, deposit USN, and then claim rewards. So if we're looking here, actually I'll keep it, let's duplicate tabs so that I can go back without any issues. Okay, so in one step, you would be adding storage for a new token, right? So if I try and deposit this, and I say do one, I don't even have one. Sadly, let's see, are there any tokens here that I have any of? Oh my gosh, no. So I would show it if I was able, but if I tried, it would say you have two functions to call. And so that's the functions here, add storage, deposit. But in the function, we make it actually easier than the UI. Because instead of fumbling around for portfolio and lend pools and the claim button, this claim button, oh, how much you've claimed, that's cool. I like that. And how much your rewards are, so you can keep track. But that's all in one proposal now. And then you could even, so what would be difficult to do, right, is to have an FT transfer here that, because it wouldn't know how many rewards it had. You could try and guess. You could say, hey, send back at least 100 tokens to the DAO, right? A minimum amount. Or you can try and do some logic off chain that kept track, like an oracle that kept track of how much you had. And you could say, hey, call this, ping this function, which is going to send back something, right? There could be other ways of handling it. An easy way of handling it would just be make a different proposal. And in the second proposal that you made, you could say, okay, transfer the known amount of Pembrock reward. So here it would be transfer 2.54 Pem tokens. And so, it's pretty straightforward. If I come here and I, copy link, you could even see how this would work by coming here, go to proposal. Actually, let's call it a draft. We're creating a draft proposal. We're doing a custom function call. We are calling this, why is it doing that? We're calling the rewards.pembrock.near token. There's a bunch of things you could do, right? So you can call storage deposit on this new token, right? You can unregister, you can do all this stuff, but it seems like what it's calling is the claim function. Okay, so if we wanted to do this from the DAO, we would just hit claim, and then we would just keep it empty, right? And then we would be able to claim tokens from the DAO. So we already know then that we can come here and let's just say we had a custom, let's actually edit this one. Right? We can, sorry. See, you know this isn't a token, right? Because it doesn't allow you to do things like send or transfer, and it knows. So you can come here. You could say the contract is rewards.v1.pembrock.near. You could say that I want to, sorry, the DAO has the draft. So we could say we want, I'm just going to write it in because it's taking too long. Claim, the arguments are nothing. The allocated gas is 300 teragas and 1 Yocto near. So you're going to attach 1 Yocto near, and you're going to attach, it probably doesn't take 300 teragas, so maybe like 81.9 just to be safe. And there you go. You have the call to have your multi-call claim rewards from Pembrock. Simple enough. So to be honest, this is the exact card that would go here for how it would actually work. Claiming rewards from Pembrock. If you wanted to transfer the rewards, you'd have to go get so if I refresh the page here, I'm sure it's here somewhere. There you go. Token.pembrock.near. Let's just write it out because, again, I don't feel like dealing with it. But wait, is it token.v1 or just... token, and then for... oh, sorry. We did the wrong one. This one's what we're editing. Sorry. Token dot Pembrock dot near, I think it was. So yeah, it knows. So the UI will instantly say, okay, this is Pem. That's how you know you're with the right token. And then the transfer amount is just okay. If we know the DAO, for example, has 3 Pem, so let's create a proposal. Propose a transfer, deposit Pem token to marmaj research multi-call. So we don't need to do too much. We're going to keep it really simple, and we're going to just take some Pem and then 0.819, and then we're going to use this DAO. Okay, we're just going to propose it quickly. I'm going to end the stream soon. This has definitely been 45 minutes is too long for Ernest. I'm sorry, buddy. Gonna try and keep them to under half an hour and go back down to like the 20-minute mark for the live streams, and then the highlight reels hopefully around the 10-minute mark or less. But here you go. We're just gonna vote on it. It's not a big deal. Again, the purpose of the research DAO is that one vote passes things. It's all very quick. We're moving fast. We're breaking things. Hopefully we don't break things to where they can't be recovered, because we do have other councils that can recover things. What? Why would it fail? Wait, did I put the wrong address? What? Oh, that's funny. My bad. That was me. Oh gosh. Oh god. Yeah. Let's just. Yeah. So multi-call doesn't have a quick and easy way just to kind of copy and paste the multi-call contract, and so I got it from down here, which is obviously the wrong address. So if I go to DAO, it'll be right here. marmaj research -v1. Copy link, even though I don't want to. So yeah, that's something that I'll probably tell Schluff. It would be nice to get that as like an easy just copy and paste link, so people like me don't just move fast and break things a little too much, you know. There you go. That looks better. Now we have a link at least for the contract. So proposals are expensive on this DAO, so you gotta be careful. If you put spam on the DAO, I will consider it a donation to the Marmaj Foundation and their research. And that's what we'll use it for. We'll buy NFTs with it. If you ever watch this and you make a mistake and you send a proposal here, submit a proposal to get your money back, and we'll give it back. But we are going to put it as spam instantly. And if you want to come in and request it back, feel free. So there we go. The proposal's there. Proposals. Vote yes. And then we can kind of show what a multi-call looks like in some capacity, right? Because, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, but in my opinion, multi-call was pretty confusing until I actually saw it in action. There you go. It's approved. And we could even, like, let's see. I don't know if I have. There you go. If we wanted to see, is that the account? Yep. There you go. And if we wanted to see token.pembroke. I'm surprised they wrote out the word token instead of TKN, but anyways. Pembroke.near. I spelt it wrong. Oh yeah, it's Pembroke with like CK. There you go. And you can see the balance of Pembroke not near. So sorry my head was in the way again. My head's always in the way here. But I made a mistake first. But you can kind of see that if you just call the, you can see the balance of anything. So if we want to see the balance of marmaj research.sputnik DAO, we could see, okay, the DAO has 2.2 Pem left. And if we look here, we'll see that's correct. There is 2.2 Pem left on the DAO. So now that we know that the multi-call actually has some Pem tokens, and even though our settings were wiped, the team is working at making sure settings don't get wiped in the future. So that will be very helpful. I didn't even check to make sure the stream's going live. And I'm just going to check it because I shouldn't even check at this point, because if it's not live, I'll just like cry sadly in my sleep. But if it is live, then I can know. There we go. Yay, it's working. Anyways, let's see. To end the stream, we'll do one quick multi-call to show how it works. So I would like to do something kind of cool, if possible. So I want to add storage and then transfer. I don't need to claim. So let's open this one. Let's open this one. This should be good enough. And 5 T-gas was all that was needed. Deposit value, that's interesting. Is this for storage? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. For the Pembroke token. So this is actually exactly what we're looking for. So we are going to hope that we are here, add storage for Pem token. So you're going to interact with the Pem token. I'm gonna do this one at a time because I'm always pretty slow with like all this stuff. But you're gonna storage deposit. I know I have the extra thingamabobber in there. Function arguments. I don't think it takes any function arguments for storage deposit. It does take function arguments for storage deposit. It wants to know who is being added and why. So all we have to do is change the factory contract. So it's v1.multicall instead of Sputnik DAO in the middle. Registration only, true. Attached gas, 8.19, should be enough. attached deposit needs to be 0.00125 or something, maybe more than that. Probably 0.0. It doesn't seem to like that, sadly. Okay, it used, oh sorry, this is for the actual transfer. So the storage deposit, oh, 0.00. I mean, if you really want me to, why are you doing this to me? Why won't you? Okay, so you're gonna let me do that, but you're not gonna let me copy and paste it. So that's silly in the UI, in my opinion. Like, I should be able to, like, if I inspect the page, will it let me? Okay, console. Nope, not console. A little silly. I want it. Yeah, but show me the actual number. No, it only wants to give it to me like that unless I... That's cool though, how they got it to do that. Anyways, I'm gonna be here all day if I start looking into all this stuff. So let's not. But I do want to make this multi-call. So why is it not allowing me to send? It'll only allow me to send whole. Oh, 0 point. Ah, I did it. Haha, it wants a 0 in front. So it wants the full decimals. That's fine. I can talk about that to Schluff as well. So Ernest, if you notice these kind of parts, wherever I say, oh, I'm going to talk to Schluff about that, that's probably a place where we can highlight the bug, or we could even have a highlight rule just for bugs. All of these type of ideas are all valuable in my opinion. We can have a highlight rule for developers, a highlight rule for like casual people, a highlight rule for DeFi people. Okay, so this should work, 0.00125, 0.00125, and that's the full multi-call. Then we're going to transfer PEM tokens to Pembrock Finance. Okay, and so here again, pretty simple, because, and this might not work because maybe I had to like register my account first. I can't remember, but I will double check before I send this through. Contract address. So it's still on the token. We're still interacting with the token. We're just doing FT transfer call, which should work. I think that's correct. I just want to make sure I didn't like spell. Oh, no, they want FT transfer. And that's why I wanted to double check, because sometimes they want FT transfer call. Sometimes they want FT transfer. FT transfer is very simple. You can't do anything else with it. FT transfer call is like, hey, I'm going to send you this with some extra information and do something else after maybe. So maybe for security reasons, I think this is great. Again, and as I dig more into this, I'm learning more about the code, arguably not actually all the other code in there, but at least hopefully learning about like how the core functions are supposed to work. And then we need to put our amount in. And so this, oh, this was transferring 3. Oh, shoot, sorry. This is the wrong FT transfer. Oops. Storage deposit. Yeah, here's FT transfer call. Here, let's see. Yeah, there we go. This looks more reasonable. Oh, this was adding liquidity. Maybe it was before this then. Okay, let's see. There we go. Okay. We added the access key with permission for Pembrock to call any methods. That's for the UI. And then we storage deposited on Pembrock.near. Storage deposit Pembrock.near. Why does it do it twice? Okay, yeah. So the first thing we have to do before any of this, sorry, is we need to add a custom function call at the beginning to add storage for marmaj multi-call marmaj add storage for marmaj research multi-call on PEM-FI. So the contract address has nothing to do with the token. So registration only is false actually for this one. So it was this first. Then we paid again for some reason. Let's see. It paid, like we paid twice. Seems like we paid 0.45 storage deposit. All right. And then we paid 4.5 again. So I don't think we need to pay twice. I think once would be enough. But maybe you need to do it for each farm you add. So, but for now, I think it's fine. We can remove this. Registration only, I guess, means that it's not going to refund you everything else. It's going to keep the storage in there. Yeah, registration only 2. It gives you the full amount and then like doesn't tell you the extra amount. Okay. Awesome. So, to keep things in my right mind, we're going to call storage deposit on why you do that to me? Copy. No, it just doesn't. It just does. Sometimes my computer just seems to want to be like that. I don't know why. I'm like 99% sure I'm typing in the right thing. Okay. Function arguments are here. So obviously we are not doing that. We're doing it for v1.multicall.near and the allocated gas. I mean, they attached 100. It used 6. So for me, I think that 8.19 should also be okay for allocated gas. And then attached deposit, they probably did at least, they did the full 0.045. So 0.819. Sure, doesn't really matter. Oh, that's way too much, sorry. But 0.045. Wow. That's a huge storage deposit. So let's do 0.0819. That'll be good enough. Okay, so now we're going to add storage, which is this card here. Then they added storage again. I don't think we're going to do it in one call anyways and go 8.19. Let's double check what happened next. So storage deposit in rewards and then storage deposit in token, then we called claim. So I think this was just us transferring rewards for fun. Okay, so we also need to... So this becomes like one function that you could call to set your DAO up to interact with PEM, with the PEM token. Obviously, a DAO would be using the USN probably if they wanted to do stable coins. But for now, this is what we got. So we are going to... Oops, we do not want to do that. We want to... We want to say, hey, let's get another card. So after we send to... Oh, wait, whoa. Add storage for the rewards contract. So what's happening is you're going to transfer, you're going to add storage for the PEM token, you're going to transfer the PEM token, and then you're going to say, this needs something still? Oh, we didn't finish this one yet. Oh, because we realized it probably wasn't okay, yeah. Good thing I didn't stop that yet. Here, this might be the right one. Nope, this is USN going to... Oh, we deposited ETH. There we go. FT transfer call in Aurora 41 minutes ago should be it. There you go. That's what it actually looks like. It is an FT transfer call like I thought. So FT transfer call. The function arguments are... So we'll get the amount from the previous line. Messages deposit. So 1 Yocto and 22 Teragas. So 1 Yocto and it used 22. So let's do 81.9 for now, and we'll see what it all adds up to. So add storage, transfer. Ugh, fine. Oops. The number's here anyway, right? We know that we have marmaj.research.v1 has this many PEM tokens. Oops. And so when we're trying to transfer these PEM tokens, we could say, for example, transfer all of them, right? Transfer all of the PEM that we just sent over to here and storage deposit. Now on the next one, we're not transferring, we're adding storage for MJ research. Multi-call on PEM-FI rewards. Click the different contract. So we did that already. Rewards. We want to go to the rewards contract now. We want to say, what are we doing with these rewards? We are storage depositing. Again, this is for the multi-call contract to have storage. And apparently this time registration only is true. So it's not something we're going to keep adding storage and growing our account. It's just adding enough storage to use the contract once. You don't need to ever add more, as from my understanding of how that works. So we are going to, again, make sure that we do .v1, .multi-call, and make sure it says .near at the end. Allocated gas. Deposit value is very low, 0.005 near and 8 T-gas used. I'm always afraid when it's that close, but let's go with 8.19 and 0.005. Let's double check it again. Yeah, so it actually took less than 8. They rounded up, and they attached 30 and the deposit value. Technically, though, it might take more in fees because the name here is longer. And we can actually check this when it goes on chain. We'll check how much this takes. But I am going to increase it from 8.19. I think it will take more. So let's do let's just do 21.819 because it's a bit close. A lot of these times, anytime you're looking at things where, you know, we're doing a longer contract name, it will take a bit more gas. So, you know, from 6 teragas to 8.9 is fine. 8.9 here again should be fine. Transfer tokens to Pembrock should be fine. And then adding storage for the thing. And we're not going to call the claim function, remember. We could add a custom function to claim the token functions in the next block, because technically in one block, everything will get added. In the next block, or in the next chunk or whatever, or in subsequent chunks, there might be rewards to claim. You know, and so technically, if I was ever building this out, I would put this in. I would put the claim PEMFI rewards function, and I would. So let's just do it, I guess, since we're already here. Okay, it takes 34 teragas, and then I'll see if I'll actually call this one, depending on, I think it was like the claim function, depending on how much total gas we've allocated so far. So it's the claim function, there's no arguments, the gas will take more than 30 something. So let's just go with like 40. And then the attached deposit is 1 Yocto, I'm pretty sure. So let's double check. Yeah, 1 Yocto, transaction fee 0.003, so about 34 teragas. Okay, seems like we might be good to go, but what I do want to check first of all is the export. Proposal description. Testing flow to add PEM to PEMFI and claim rewards. Okay, so this is like the full flow. You can attach near or attach fungible tokens. In my opinion, oh snap, we can attach fungible tokens to the entire call. That's crazy. Because there's already fungible tokens attached here for the PEM token. And from what I understand, you can only interact with one token at a time. Or honestly, I get confused. And then attach near, that would only be helpful if the entire multi-call needed near. Like, that'd be interesting in the future, but I don't think we need that. Total allocated gas is 270 because you need some gas to actually submit the proposal, which usually takes 10 to 15 teragas. So we could increase this a little bit, but to be safe, we wouldn't want to. And we could submit this through CLI. So once I have it good to go, I will copy and paste this CLI so that next time I can have all the code, submit it straight through CLI here, not need to do as much manually building, like piece it together, and I can make small edits as well. But first, let's count. So 10, 20, 100, 130, 180. We should be more than good enough. And so, yeah, let's copy this. Let's go to Discord into our hacking channel. Eventually, this will all be in the like marmaj research channel, or category or section, whatever you want to call it. But let's get to it. This will be the end of the stream. So we're going to propose it, which should cost us 0.819 marmaj. There you go. I approve of proposing this. And it's doing a bunch of crazy, it's adding this wonderful, wonderful proposal to the DAO. So now the proposal should be here, right? The proposal should be here, and we should have all this wonderful code doing all these wonderful things. And the deposit says, oh no, wait. I think we're okay. The deposit says 0, but remember, it's the deposit going to multi-call. And multi-call doesn't need a deposit, I don't think. It just needs gas. I think. It'd probably be a good idea if multi-call did require the 1 Yocto. But I'm a little bit nervous. Because, okay, so reasonably, at least one of these functions has a bug. But either way, we'll find out where. And if there's no bug, it'll just work, which will be like... Okay, insufficient gas. That was a known issue because we already said we needed 270, and I sent it with 150. So obviously we needed to do that. And we'll see if we get an obvious error. Hopefully no obvious error, but we still might get a logic error. So this is more like an execution error, like you didn't send it properly. But in this area, you'll see that, oh my gosh, it might have worked. Okay. So the way I'll check, right, will be right here. So we want to see near view V1. Actually, you know what's easier? It's probably easier to do this. And then if I want to make I guess save template. Actually, let's actually save the name. Okay, so it adds storage for multi-call on PEM-FI, adds storage for PEM token for marmaj research multi-call, FT transfer call PEM to where do we have to transfer it? To PEM-FI, and then adds storage for PEM-FI reward contract. So this is kind of like the start of what's this kind of flow. We'll have many, many flows, but this is the PEM flow. We'll have like a Burrow flow, a Ref Finance flow, but this is kind of, they'll be saved and there'll be articles about them eventually. For now, it's just this. So, yeah, save template. I love how you can share templates too. Like you can go to your actions library. You can like come here and like we can tweet it out, which is super cool. Like want to lend on PEM with your Astro, right? X multi-call. And there you go. They can try. I'm not even sure if it worked 100% yet. So before we get too excited, which I am quite excited that it worked, let's go back. Sorry, this is both Oh, that would have worked. Let's go back to the DAO. Let's go to the proposals. And let's check out the actual logic on chain. Because remember, the last thing we wanted to do was at least see like how much gas was used in each call and all that fun stuff. So generally, to do that, if the UI loads a bit faster, thank you. We'll go to the voting side of things, and we'll just check out the voter on the Explorer. And this will help us see it's exceeded. It only used 69 total teragas, right? But these are all the calls that went through. So it's saying that there was a storage deposit. So it used the 8.19, but there was actually quite a bit available even after all the stuff we did. Very cool. We did a storage deposit for the token. Makes sense. Oh, the account was already registered, which does make sense because marmaj research, we sent tokens there from the DAO. So obviously it's already registered, but actually, yeah, that was silly. But it'll refund the deposit. So that'll never be needed to be added to the flow, I think, because anytime a multi-call is sending tokens, it'll already have storage. So okay. So yeah, old owner was marmaj research. New owner is Pembrock. This is the amount, so it can. This is so that Pembrock. No, this is what I messed up. Ah, man. So this is where I had my logic error. Okay, and then it said, okay, so I did have errors. I did have errors. So, teehee, I have some logic errors, but it is a good start. So yeah, I mean, the errors aren't that big of a deal. The reason we do this on mainnet is so that we can actually get the understanding of it all. And I don't feel like recreating this whole thing, but that's kind of why now I can take this and go to CLI and rebuild it. So, I mean, as a quick example, maybe it'll be easy to see. Sorry. Okay. So, again, not doing this today. I mean, we're done for today on this video, but, oops. So this would be all the code. This is actually a terrible way to display it. Let me display it on. I don't even have VS Code or anything installed on this machine. Let's just open up Discord for a second. And let's open it up into a message. Wonderful. Okay, so we understand already kind of how this works from a certain way, right? We have our calls, right? And then we have a few of them, right? We have this one, we have this one, we have this one, and then we have this one. And so one of them I just messed up, like I messed up the logic flow of it, but the first step, right, is to add storage for the actual Pembrock platform. Then it's adding storage for the Pembrock token, but that's actually incorrect. We know that now. We don't have to add storage for the Pembrock token because it's obviously already going to be added. Then the next step was to actually transfer the token, which worked. We had no issue transferring the token. So we can actually remove, I think I just messed up my logic in my head. So we can remove this storage deposit for the PEM token. Then we went to storage deposit on the account, which in my opinion should have worked. So let's see where the error was there. It's down. Where are you? Okay, So this isn't even the right proposal, is it? Yeah, it is. Okay, so this worked. The FT transfer call. FT on transfer. Account is not registered. Wait, I'm so confused. I think the quickest way to check something now would be to just ugh, Pembrock. No, the V1 thingy here. Ah, okay, so it didn't work. Because the smart contract's not registered, but the smart contract is registered now. Which contract am I? Account is not registered. So basically, marmaj research v1.multicall is not registered on v1.pembrock.near. Account is already registered for token. Registration only. Is this the right contract? marmaj.v1.multicall.near. Okay, and then the last thing I wanted to check was when it gave me those 2 storage deposits in a row. Not here, it was before this. Yeah, maybe one of them was different than the other. So, registration only, false. Registration only, false. Maybe they needed to be side by side. Very interesting. Okay, and let's see in Discord again. Okay, so if I was gonna do this, it would be something like near call, multi-call. No, I'm calling, marmaj.v1.multicall.near, and I'm calling multi-call and something like this, right? Yeah. And so I'm not gonna actually call this right now. I'm just gonna organize what I might do next time. So first thing would be, yes, you do want to make sure that your account has storage deposit for Pembrock. But even though we did that, it said the account's not registered. So I'm not gonna lie, a bit confused about that. I know that obviously we have this call, but that's just adding a key. I don't think that's useful in this context. Token. So our first receipt of Pembrock. Okay, yeah. So the very first storage deposit into Pembrock, registration only is false, and it should have just worked. Okay, so that part worked, and then it said you tried to do a token. It said, okay, no point doing that, so we took that out. And then it just said FT transfer call token.pembrock.near. So I'm trying to call something on thing, and receiver is v1.pembrock. Who's calling this? Old owner marmaj.research.v1.multicall.near. So it did pick up the old owner and the new owner. The event is helpful. This is new for tokens. The marmaj token doesn't have this event, which is sad. So this is the part that wouldn't work. So I think what's happening here is that marmaj research v1 is not registered on Pembroke. I can't remember exactly where we did this, but FT transfer call this must have already happened, right? So if this was the first time we logged into Pembroke, and this was the first time we did that, FT transfer call for ETH, we deposited ETH. So this is how it worked before. We FT transfer called in Aurora, V1, the amount, deposit, and for some reason it worked because marmaj.near was registered. Method called FT transfer call. Oh no, here, sorry. FT on transfer is the part that worked. This is the part that wouldn't work for us. Yeah, like this stuff is what we couldn't get to work. The second half of FT resolve transfer. FT on transfer in contract v1.pembrock.near. So maybe we can just creep the contract a little bit and see what else is callable, and this maybe will help us a little bit. Let's see. Hello, why you do this to me? What? That's weird. It's not showing the I find that weird. It's not showing the possible I like that feature. Now it's not working. Okay, so we'll try one more place. Stats gallery. Let's put this account in. Use contract. Why you do? Are we spelling it wrong? I feel like v1.pembrock. Yeah. v1.pembrock.near. Why is it acting like it doesn't know what that is? Okay. I don't know what I did. Now I want to look back. So this just wouldn't work. Oh, there was a space in front of it. Okay, well. Okay, please allow me to use your contract now. Okay, so these are probably like functions just for them, like upgrade, withdraw callback, FT on transfer, get owner, set owner, all these wonderful things. check liquidations, get positions, get farms. These are all helpful things you can use in your multi-call to, you know, start doing things. But I'm looking for some sort of registration. Like, I wish there was just a function calling, like, register. FT on transfer. Marmaj research. Right? And it says account is not registered. And if we put that beside... This is a storage deposit. We don't need that right now. Don't need rewards right now. Don't need the token. Where's the other one? Account is not registered. Yeah. So for some reason on this one, maybe this is even incorrect because this looks a bit different. Make sure I spell everything correctly. See, this one, something's different here, right? Where this one's like transfer call to Pembrock, this is the amount, transfer this much. Excuse me. And then when we did it with this one, it's saying you just called this method. And it used more gas too. Oh, maybe it's something simple. Like I didn't add enough gas. Because it's saying it burned 8.8 pretty much. Well, I probably would have put more than 8.8. Let's see. Oh, shoot. I might have put too little gas and maybe it just canceled. But why would I have done that? Oh, because it was an FT transfer call. I do stuff like that at times. Okay, well, I quickly want to just make another multi-call just to see if I can get it working. So where we're at is we're doing an FT transfer call. And we're going to do, what was the other call we did? Whoops, don't want to open Zoom. And then storage deposit for the reward. So the storage deposit for the rewards already worked. Claim rewards obviously isn't going to work right now because we don't have any rewards to claim. So let's just actually keep it really simple so that we can just start testing. So we're going to interact with token.pembrock.near, I think it is. And we're just going to do FT transfer call and then test FT transfer call to Pem. Oh, but then I have to, okay, never mind, sorry. We're going to have to do it through here because we want to use funds that are in the multi-call contract, not the, wait, you can tell it to interact with multi-call. No, let's just do it here. So this custom function will be the same thing. Pem to Pem Finance. The contract address is this right here. The method, I'll just write it out. FT transfer call. The function arguments, we do have those for FT transfer call. So this is the one that worked. So we'll try this again. So V1, sorry, that's not what we're doing. I'm doing it here. And this isn't the right amount either. This FT transfer call on token, which means whatever amount is here. This isn't the right amount either, but it's close enough. Right? We can. That's 3. That's there. You know what? I just want to find the actual amount. So funds. Here's the actual amount. Oh, it didn't even go through, but oh shoot, sorry. Okay. Deposit, allocated gas. Let's just go with 81.9 this time. Attached deposit when you do FT transfer call is just going to be 1 Yocto. Now all we're doing right now is trying to just deposit this. I have not been able to find marmaj research.v1.multicall.near FT on transfer in contact. Maybe it just took a while. Maybe you couldn't call storage deposit and call a function in the same block. That would make a lot of sense. And then I should have just done it in a different block. So you know what? Let's just try it without getting too worked up about it. Retesting FT transfer call in subsequent chunk, whatever you want to call something properly. So, it doesn't have our DAO anymore. Research DAO, wonderful. So let's just propose it quickly. We're gonna call FT transfer call on the token. I feel like I'm missing something maybe. Yep, I was completely missing, oh no, wait. Oh wow, it just sends. It's that simple. It really is that simple, because the DAO is where you're listing it, and whoever sends it is the account that it's going to register for. So it doesn't need much information. And then a quick vote to see if it works. Oh, wait. Where'd it go? Did it not go up on Astro? Oh gosh, did it get did something get stuck? No. Okay, are we gonna try this one more time? Oh gosh, Astro, what happened to you? Okay. I guess I'm adding another one. Okay, retest Pem to Pem5 in subsequent chunk. Okay, we're gonna build it with one custom call. Pem to Pem5 token dot Pembrock or something like that. What are these people called again? After all this, I can't even remember what their token is called because it's just like Pembrock. Pembrock.near. I don't know why it's getting upset at me because I didn't use a period. Function name is ft transfer call. Function arguments, we actually do have some, and sadly now they're gone. FT on transfer. Oh wait, this is the same one, so this should still work. Oh wait. FT transfer call. That's not correct. This is correct. Right? FT transfer call receiver ID would be them. And so like when you're doing FT transfer call for our very first one, or for example, you're calling it to go to V1, you're calling the amount, you're calling the deposit, you're calling it to go to V1, the amount, the deposit, 81.9, attached deposit is 1 Yocto. Hopefully it works this time. You know, I don't know if I have to save something or whatever. So marmaj research. I don't know if maybe I gotta edit or save, but it should just work. Please work, my friend. Yay! I'm gonna double check to make sure it didn't end up going here anyways. Oh, and it is here. So, but now I have it ready if I, oh no, it's not going to be ready because it doesn't save anymore. Gosh darn it. Sorry, yes, resubmit. So if this works, then we just know we should have put it in a subsequent block. Like you could put the multi-call side by side instead of stacked on top of each other. This has been an hour and 40 minutes. Lord help me, I'm tired. I hope this works. It says approved. I guess the quickest way to check if it's approved for me would just be this. So it didn't work. And I don't really know why it's not working, to be fair. It seems like it works to send. It uses a bunch of TerraGas. It sends. And then goes, account not registered. For what, though? The only thing I can think of is trying to look at where sorry. Let's go to v1 dot marmaj dash research dot v1 dot multicall.near, because I'm pretty sure that in this wonderful proposal marmaj dot v1 dot multicall dot near. I don't know, man. We definitely did it. It's the first thing we did. We also called it for the token. This is the weirdest thing for me. Maybe someone watches this in the future and knows why I'm having an error, and or in the future I can come be like, oh my gosh, it was so obvious. Unless v1.pembrock didn't have account is not registered. The only thing I can think of, and like this is absolutely unreasonable, but let's see, is my last test. Because, you know, this is a bit much. So let's go to ref. I have so many pages open right now. So let's go to ref under 21819. I should have done it on my phone, but whatever. Let's do it here. It doesn't take us very long. So let's buy some PEM just so we can kind of see what it should look like right away, right fresh. And so we're going to hit PEM. We're going to say 0.819, not that much, please. Okay. So there we go. Buy some PEM. And then we're going to actually farm some PEM and try and see what the issue is. So we're going to go straight to the flow on the UI and see why it's causing us an issue. So again, we're going to disconnect here. We're going to connect the wallet. Oops, oh no. Lions and tigers and bears, oh my. Okay, so now that we're logged in, let's start to see. Oh, nice. Let's start to see. So, when we lend to PEM and we just hit max, the first function it's going to call is, it's calling it together. It's saying storage deposit. Oh! This is what we were missing. This is what we were missing. So it's also not going to be in this one. So let's hit the back button, and it's not saved, which is sad. But yes, I don't know why I just couldn't visualize that issue. But we added storage. Wait, registration actually false. Wait, we did this already then. I'm actually a little bit confused. I thought I had it because it was like, I thought registration only was true here for a second. I got too excited. Arguments for storage deposit. I'm pretty sure this is exactly what we did. Right. Oh wait, it's all in the same proposal. I love that. So the marmaj.v1. Wait, am I getting confused again? Yeah, it's just account ID and registration only is false. So that was not the one that I meant to close. That's a bit annoying. Okay, account ID right here, registration only, false. And then total, and then available. Don't know why this would cause an issue. I'm actually very confused. So it wants maybe I'm spelling something wrong or like it seems to me like we obviously have storage for the account and it's registered. Because we've never registered. Okay, wait. Hold up. 21819 down here. Maybe we could find something out from the first interaction here. Because we did interact. Here, this is the first interaction with Pembrock. Storage deposit in Pembrock. Takes 6 teragas and 0.045 near. That just works. Yeah. Total available. For some reason, it doesn't like it. It doesn't like what I'm going to do. Because if I hit approve here, let's see. It was fun to experiment with it though. It probably would have been easier on Burrow, although Burrow does one Oracle call, which is a bit annoying when you interact with it. But I don't think for deposits, only for withdrawals. Okay, so hopefully, I mean, I'm gonna like stop this stream in a second because there's not much that could be done here. But these are the two functions that were just called. Normal storage deposit function, which, oh wait, that might have been the issue. Let's see. I feel like I give it to myself, I owe it to myself to try one more time. And so we're just going to do both. All right. Or just like adjust, but no, let's just withdraw this. Because now I'm seeing that both accounts had the exact same amount of storage. And so if I wanted to kind of withdraw again, it wouldn't ask for storage again. Okay. That's a bit confusing, in my opinion. Okay, this should work. Add storage. And then deposit. Okay. Now, where are we? Where's the add storage? What? Here we go. So contract address. this contract address, we'd like to call the exact same arguments as last time, and we are definitely just calling storage deposit. Yeah, that's all correct. It only took 3 teragas last time, but let's just say 21.19. Attached deposit for a storage deposit should probably be pretty high. So 0.1. So I think we already have 8.19 or 0.0819. So 0.01 would put us over the amount that was there before, or that everyone else has. So maybe that'll cause an issue too, but for now we'll have more storage than everyone else. And then for the actual deposit, sorry. Oops, I was doing the wrong one this whole time. So we are just going to call this add storage. And we are going to call this deposit. Oh my gosh, deposit. The contract address for the deposit is down here for the token. The function name is storage deposit. Wait, no, it's not. After transfer call. There we go. Spacing issue here. Function arguments are very straightforward. And maybe there's just a check making sure that you have more than the 9 or 90 teragas of storage or whatever before you do this. So who knows? Maybe that was the issue. I was just being difficult and different and all of that. Allocated gas. It burned 8 last time, so again 21.19. And then the attached deposit. Wait, why are we editing deposit again? Add storage. Oh, sorry. Add storage and then deposit. So for this one, FC transfer call, I'm 99% sure it always just takes 1 Yocto. Okay, so this should work. Okay, we have both are talking about v1.pembrock.near. The first one we're just adding storage a little more because we're a bit low, I think. And then we're going to go up and do this as well. So for add storage, we're currently at, you could actually see how much storage we're at. Yeah. And everyone else started at 9. So by us putting 0.01, we'll be at 0.9 whatever. And it should work. We'll see. If this doesn't work, maybe I just screwed up and maybe I have to just do a 0.45 again. Like I could just do 0.45 again and then hopefully that would work. But I don't want to waste near if I don't have to. So select DAO, research DAO, close it up. And description. Please work Pem to Pem5. Okay, just click around a bit to make sure everything's saved. Propose to the DAO. Thank you. And let's see if the 65th time's the charm. If not, that's okay. I learned a lot from going through through this flow, and I think we'll get this flow eventually. It's not too big of a deal though. We can do this in the UI for now, and that's why we're doing most things in the UI for now. And we can send PEM tokens, for example, to the V1 multi-call. Okay, so So it seems like the execution is going fine, like multi-call is working well. There's just something with my logic that is not adding up. And clearly it's with the FT transfer call function. So again, this should succeed just fine. And then once I click it, we'll see if it actually worked. More gas required. So this did fix the issue. Okay. So now it's not saying not registered. It's saying, yeah, you're fine. You're registered. No worries. But now it's saying more gas required. I must have 21.90 must have been silly. I have to do this again now because this should work. PM to Pem5, or not Pem PM, but Pem token dot Pembrock dot near function name FT transfer call function arguments transfer call the arguments are right here, and it keeps saying it only takes 8 teragas, but maybe that was because it was failing. Whoops. This was the OG proposal, so we're going to use this one. Should be exactly the same, to be honest. Allocated gas, 81.9. And so if we have an issue here, we officially know that we just, for now, can't solve it. Okay. So we're going to use the Pembrock token, sorry. We're going to FT transfer call. We're going to do all this stuff. We are going to use lots of gas. We are going to last Pem test for the day. Okay, and we are going to propose it, leave the page, approve, and we are going to close all these wonderful things. We can get these whenever we need them because they're on the DAO UI, so no issues there. Pin this for later. Close this. Okay, last Pem test. Let's see how this goes. Again, the execution should work. The logic, maybe not. This stream has been 2 hours long. I feel terrible for Ernest. I feel terrible for myself. I gotta go shower. We have date night tonight. Gotta take a shower, get ready for date night. It's Friday. But this has actually been pretty fun, to be not gonna lie. This is what I enjoy doing most in the ecosystem, like interacting with different dApps, using the DAO to do so. I was supposed to do this as like the near adoption DAO and spin out a year ago, and now we're just doing it as the marmaj research DAO, which is much more in line with my vision, anyways. Okay, let's see what happened. It still only used 41 teragas, which doesn't look great. What? What? Okay, that was weird, right? This time it's saying account not registered. But we just registered it. What? No! Okay. I feel like I've solved the problem, maybe. But this isn't making me want to keep going. Okay. I think for the first time you deposit, it wants you to like add storage and register in the same like block for some reason. I don't understand why. But we are going to try doing it together. So again, very quickly, I'm just going to go through it this time. So token, nope, v1 dot Pembrock dot near. Function name is going to be storage deposit, and then allocated gas is going to be 81.9. That's just 0.9. And then we keep adding more near to this, sadly, but it worked last time when we did 0.01. So we're just going to keep it really simple and do that again, because it seems like they have some sort of checking maybe. So token dot Pembrock dot near. Function name would be ft transfer call. You'd have some sort of arguments, 81.9, and then the deposit this time would just be 1 Yocto. For the actual Explorer, we can just copy this at least. We tried to call this, it tried to do it, but then it spat it right back out, sadly. Sad times, but this is the function for it. Now, for the top one, we tried this many times as well, and I think it'll work eventually, maybe. But the first part of that is I don't have it here. Let's check again. All of this stuff is saved in the DAO proposals. So if we go to one of our earlier tests, again, that has everything added, I can always just click the actual proposal whenever the UI decides to load it, come down here and find the Explorer link directly to that proposal. So we're going to try this again. This is how I get addicted to trying to solve these things. marmaj research. Okay. Name, I lied. This is the last one. New farm or new pool might need storage add. So that's my idea, is that maybe because you're adding a new pool, it wants a storage add regardless. v1.pembrock.near, v1.pembrock.near, storage deposit, 81 teragas, 0.01, and then 1 Yocto. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the moment of truth. Okay, and this time maybe I'll actually submit the proposal adequately. Refresh the page until we see the new proposal that we just submitted. They've been doing a very good job of catching proposals submitted not from the Astro UI these days, because before it was about 10% of them or a large number of them that were missed, and when they were missed, they many times wouldn't even come up on the UI. So sometimes having to wait a few seconds for the indexer to work, not the worst thing in the world. Although, you know, last test for today, I lied. Mark all is red. And there's some like bugs here, like yours function call instead of your function call, but I like used to get it. It's getting better every day. It's getting there. No. Come on. This would suck if this is the last one that didn't make it through the indexer onto the UI. I guess we're just awkwardly waiting. I might like I thought this one was gonna work. I could vote through CLI awkwardly. Like that's although I could, but like, do we really want to put ourselves through that? Maybe. Really? Ugh. And I know we submitted the call to. Near call, whatever, and then gas amounts. Where's my near call example? Do I have one for the ping? I get my near call example now from the Stake Wars doc. So near Stake Wars ping. That wasn't helpful, but that's okay. The information's on the last page, or something like that. There you go. Let's use this one. So use max gas 21819 dot near amount. We're not doing it like this anyway, right? So near call marmaj research dot sputnik DAO dot near, and then you're calling the function that's not the withdraw function. You're calling the vote. Why do I always forget these function names? Act proposal. That's what it is. Oh wait, haha, it's there. It's by the time I was starting it. But anyways, I kind of want to get this done though. Since I'm here, maybe act proposal, and then maybe I could cheat since we're right here, but still get it done. All right. So those are our arguments. Just so I could have it saved. These are the arguments. Why do you do that to me? ID 19, action, vote, approve. I'm not sure if you can just write out 19 like that, but maybe. Let's try it. It's not going to work. We're not logged in as 21819, I think. We could be. I don't remember. Oh, we're on Shardnet, I think, anyway. I don't think that will work. Oh, wait. Maybe it will work. Oh, no, we're on mainnet here. Account. What? Obviously, I did something wrong. Oh, yeah, account is not registered. Yeah. Near login. Yeah, so I need to do this first. 21819.near. Then this will make a key for on my physical machine. I just wanted to type it out first so that if I typed it out again, it would be saved, and this might work. Give me a better error at least, except for, not registered. I hate that. Officially, my this is better. Proposal not ready for vote. That's fine. All right, it's saying that We burnt some tokens in gas. Smart contract is saying that proposal number 19 is not available for voting. So if we go back to proposal number... Oh! It did work, voting through CLI, clearly. And please just... Oh! It used a bit more... Okay, it used a bit more gas. Oh my god. No. No! I thought I would have gotten away with it because a bit more... So, yeah. And the beauty of Near is I can keep testing this stuff out, and all I'm doing is burning, the gas fees, because when you make mistakes, you get refunded the amount. And so when it works, the tokens are gone, and when it doesn't work, the tokens are still in your account. So I'm giving up on this for today. I've been trying for like an hour and a half or longer just to get this to work. I don't think anyone's probably watching the stream this far in, but Ernest, if you get any content out of this, I hope it's helpful. I'll tell you the last bit is just me experimenting.